Why, hello, Mrs. Wells and your class. Today, I'm Mrs. Klingenberg, and some of you I may know from years when you were in my classroom. So I'm happy to be with you today, but I'm sorry I can't be with you in person. But today we have a couple of really cool books we're going to read. So we'll go ahead and get started. But before we begin, you know, Mrs. Wells and children, that I'm a teacher, so I really have to ask a lot of questions as I go. So, Mrs. Wells, would you have one of your monitors or several of your monitors pass out just a little piece of paper for them to answer, for you to answer some questions, children, as I'm reading, and then Mrs. Wells will go over with them later, and there's prizes. So, if you can hand out some paper quickly, and I will start just telling you about the first book I'm going to read while you guys are handing out your paper. So the first one I saw, I really like this one. I hadn't seen this one before. So it's called Hoodwinked. And if you don't know what hoodwinked means, it means that somebody is getting fooled by someone. But I think it's kind of appropriate for Halloween because it has a hood, which would also be like a mask that you would wear or a costume that you would wear. So our story is called Hoodwinked, and of course we all know what wink means. And then of course it has the ED on it. First question, what does it mean if a word has ED on the end of it? It has a special meaning. And you learned this in 3rd grade, and hopefully you still remember it in 5th grade. All right, so I hope you have the paper out. If you don't, quickly hand it out to the rest of your neighbors, and we're going to begin. All right, our story is called Hoodwinked, and it's written by Arthur Howard. All right, here we begin. And this is a 2.9 reading level, and it's only worth half a point, though. Hoodwinked and interesting pet shop. Gives us a little pre idea of what's perhaps going to be happening here. Mitzi liked creepy things. So right away, who is the little girl in the story? Question number 2, that was. Creepy bedroom slippers, creepy breakfast cereal, and creepy relatives. Question number 3. What was the name of her cereal that was creepy that she was eating? So, naturally, when she decided to get a pet, she wanted the creepiest pet possible. She couldn't go to the local pet shop. It only had cute little cuddly pets. Instead, she hopped on her broomstick and she flew to a place called Cackle and Company. I love that one. This is why I love this book. It does look creepy, doesn't it, boys and girls? I don't want to go there on a dark night, that's for sure. May I help you? Asked the shop lady. She had a short green nose and long blue teeth. Mitzi liked her right away. I want a pet, she said. Something really, really creepy. And I think she's in a creepy store. The lady shoved and showed her snakes that slithered and worms that squirmed, and a toad that was covered in slime. I'll take the toad, said Mitzi. What does it say about the worms there? Yeah, dirt cheap. Do you get it? That's a pun. Next question. What does it mean, dirt cheap? And why is it a pun going with the worms? Mumps. That's what Mitzi decided to name the toad. He was wonderfully creepy, but he wasn't much of a pet. When Mitzi hunted ghosts in the attic.